What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be destroying Grandmasters with Reapers only. I was inspired by an episode I did a couple videos ago where I played Reapers only in 3v3. Looked surprisingly strong. Or well, can I really say surprisingly at this point? We know what I can do with Reapers. So today I'm going to make Reapers and SCVs only against Grandmaster level players. Not just Grandmasters, my awareness account is pretty freaking high. This is going to be epic. Let's begin. Alright, the first game of the day is against Astreas Terran. Astreas is actually a professional Protoss player, for the ones that don't know him. Now, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure I have beaten him before with Mass Reapers. I think that was on a stream on the NA server I did a while ago. So, I mean, to be honest, by now he would definitely will have forgotten about that, especially as it was not an important match and it wasn't even on his main race. Now, I don't really remember exactly what I did that time. This is not going to be one of those challenges with exceptions, by the way. Like, the rules here are going to be pretty strict. SCVs and Reapers only. So if there's a Banshee, I guess I'll have to make some turrets. And that's kind of what I'm afraid of too. So early game, you can make a lot of Reapers and it's actually pretty good, right? 2x Reapers a build. There's even a build where you proxy a barracks and have one at home. And even if they get Cyclones out, there are some moments where you can jump on top of the Cyclone. So even that is not a big problem. But if you get, you know, let's say 5 minutes in and units like Liberator start coming out, Banshees are the worst possible, probably the Battlecruiser, then you're obviously going to be in a little bit of trouble. I think what I'm going to do is, for this first game, I'm just going to try to go for a 2x Reaper. Expand off of one gas, that's where it gets uncommon. Normally if you play a 2x Reaper, you will make a second gas, get a factory, then expand, and that's to make sure you don't die to such follow-ups like Banshees and stuff. But I want to get a decent amount of eco and then hit a secondary timing with, let's say, 5x Reaper or 4. I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be able to afford. Ideally, I also get upgrade at some point, of course, so I guess we'll see how that is going to go. Now, you might be surprised, but I've legit won with Mass Reapers against even Mass Marine Tank. Like, against Marines, Reapers are legit pretty good as long as you have enough of them, because you can keep making lines of grenades. Marines are going to have a hard time ever attacking you. And yeah, I mean, the tank really is the biggest problem there, in combination with the air units, of course. Now, I could send an SCV. You know what? I'm going to do it. It's a little technique here you can do if you play TVT. So, very often, the first Reaper is extremely important in this matchup, because if you expand off of one Reaper, which is quite common, if you lose that Reaper, you're not entirely dead, but you're going to be behind right away. So what you can do is you can send one SCV with your Reaper, and then if his Reaper's on the low ground, you have the SCV to tank, and it's going to make it way more difficult for him. Now, yeah, I do think I'm going to get this gas now. No Reaper spotted, at least in the front. There should be a command center going down here right now, I think. Exactly. Oh, that does look like it was a Reaper expand. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty good start already. I could even decide to make a bunker here as well. It's not even a bad idea, to be honest. Okay, we're going to go for the bunker. My second Reaper is about to arrive, by the way, so he has to be very careful for that. There we go. He is going to lose that Reaper, and that is way more painful for him than it is for me, because he is going to be stuck on one base for a while, unless he pulls SCVs. I'm going to go up to those extra barracks. If I was him, I would be... Yeah, exactly. I would be pretty tempted to just pull more boys and try to finish it. I'm trying to target the ones that are in the command center. He can save the one by putting it inside there, exactly. Now, let's see. Okay, so it's... I saw a heli in there already, so we're going to have to be careful here for a little bit. And then we're going to go up to 4x Reaper. I think it would be smart for me to build an engineering bay as well. That makes a lot... Did I just see an SCV here? Oh, I did see that. Okay, I thought I was crazy for a second. No, it wasn't he hiding there. I thought he was mining without my permission. Obviously, we can't have that. Okay, so if my follow-up here was normal, this would be a... can I say this comfortably? I think I can. A pretty much done and dusted game. Like, I think the advantage I'm going to get from him not mining from this would just be enough for me to be able to follow it up and win comfortably. But I can only make Reapers, and I'm going to have to make a couple of turrets already. I think I'm even going to get a turret in the production here in case it is going to be Banshee. I mean, the next step for him is pretty obvious. He's either going to go for a Cyclone or a tank, right? I think... Actually, I would say tank is more likely, but Cyclone also really wouldn't surprise me, because Cyclones are quite good against bunkers. Lock-on doesn't really have a cooldown anymore. Yeah, exactly, there it is. I can probably do this. Yeah, look at that, it's very annoying. He's going to try to break this. He does not want to do that. I can tell you guys that much. I can probably just one-tap a Marine like that. Look at this. Maybe another one. Man, this is pretty hard for him to deal with, holy cow. He's probably like, wild earth does this guy have so many freaking Reapers. Gonna get +1 attack, a 3rd gas, and then we're gonna go for a 3rd command center. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna make a freaking turret here. Probably gonna surprise him. Let's see, I don't see the cyclone. Oh, there it was. Maybe? Oh, wait, did I actually manage to save it just there? Or did it just look like it? I felt like that Reaper should have died to that last cyclone. If I actually managed to save that, that is pretty freaking goated. Look at this Reaper. It really looked like that hit, but it didn't... You guys see this, right? It looked like that hit, but it didn't kill it. Is that a bug? Did we just find a new bug? I mean, it wasn't going to matter. He was dead anyway. Oh, by the way, proxy starport. So I would have struggled a bit with defending that. Like, I have a turret, but he sieges the Liberators over here. I need more turrets over here, here, and here. Obviously, we were going to win this game, especially with the turret here, making sure we're safe against the Banshees. I even could have just overwhelmed this army. With this many Reapers, I probably wouldn't have tried it yet, but I could have done it soon. But that's a fantastic warm-up game, winning against a pro player's off-race. Let's keep it going. Game 2 is against a Grandmaster Protoss, and this is probably where troubles are going to begin, because Mass Reaper is not that good against Protoss. In fact, even just a simple Reaper expand you don't see as often anymore. A lot of times people either go for the Marine expand, or they go for a double gas fast cyclone kind of thing. Actually, yeah, this is a really difficult map too. Okay, I'll be honest, so... Pretty much the only strategy I thought could be good against Protoss, theoretically good of course, maybe I'll still win with a crappy strategy, would be the proxy 3-Rax Reaper and just kill them really fast. This map does not have a Reaper cliff at all. Like, there's only this front, you know, one battery covers it all pretty much, so that is not going to do the trick for me. I could go for a 2-Rax Reaper. And if my opponent's going to go for a sentry opening, which we do see pretty often these days, maybe I can snipe the sentry and then get a lead from that. Oracle is not that common anymore, so that's very lucky for this challenge. When Oracles were still common every game, you would never be able to play something like this, because the moment the Oracle comes out, especially with the energy recharge, you're just absolutely forked, right? So that is not what we want. But pretty much every single game is Blink these days, even... Yeah, not even Robo or Charge or Stargate, just nothing of it really competes with Blink. I think Stargate is the build that you want to do. A little bit of a tip for the Protoss players out there, though this is mostly for repeated matches or tournament matches. Stargate is an opening that you just need to show that you can do. So if you want to blind counter Blink, there's a couple ways that you can do it. Like, not necessarily that you win for sure, right? But there's a couple ways that you can do it. But all of them are going to be bad against Stargate, because it usually involves Hellion. So like a proxy starport Hellion drop, perhaps a Hellion Marauder attack at the front, those kind of things, right? Where Blink Stalkers are not going to be that fast at killing the Hellions. You can run by them or drive by them, and that's the way it works. But if there's an Oracle, all of those die instantly. So the fact that Stargate doesn't happen anymore does allow for some, you know, quote-unquote blind counter builds like this. I mean, not specifically like this, because this is just a couple Reapers, nothing more to it, but still. Okay. Let's see if the probe is here. There's no probe to be seen. I would imagine that he's hiding the probe somewhere, so I'm just going to go ahead and check. Now, my follow-up to this has to be very sharp. Oh, there we go. Oh, we found it. It's really nice that we found it. So he's not even going to know if we have an expansion or not. That is great. Might even end up shading his Adept out, for example, to deal with that, or... Maybe he would have gone for the fast sentry, and then now we can attack the sentry before a potential battery finishes. That would be great. Big problem we might run into is that if he does go for the sentry, even if we get a little bit of damage, he is going to see that we're going to go for a Mass Reaper follow-up. Okay, so here's an Adept. This you really don't want to try at home. This is actually quite difficult to do. That, yeah, looks like a Zealot. We did so much damage to that Adept already. Kiting the Adept is possible, like you saw there, but it's quite difficult. So just be careful if you try it yourself. Oh, it went through. I mean, it's going to die, so it doesn't really matter to me. He might try to target the Reaper. Should be able to out-micro it. If I'm not washed. There we go. Not washed enough. That is... Did he just recall a Zealot? Oh, it's a Stalker. That's very interesting. I'm going to lose a lot of probes to this. I can throw down a grenade. Let's see. Oh, that's a really awkward freaking Reaper split. Maybe another grenade over there. It is a fantastic start. And he's going for the Robo, actually. That is quite fascinating. There we go. Maybe another grenade to get that Stalker back. Man, this is doing a lot of freaking damage. Oh my god, I actually had to cancel that. I canceled it freaking last second. I can't believe I almost lost the command center to one freaking Zealot. Oh, let's make sure I don't lose another Reaper as well. This one actually lives somehow. Yeah, I was gonna go for that pro, but I think I can get away with a perfect grenade. The grenade was actually perfect. It just didn't need... How did I lose that Reaper? Oh man, that sucks. I was so proud of my escape, and then I think I clicked in the wrong path or something. I don't think I stopped moving it. I think I actually clicked the wrong path. So that, well, happens, I guess. Happens to the best guys, is what I like to say. Yeah, since there's no Reaper cliff, I can't use these Reapers yet. He did not have a sentry, meaning that his next form of scouting is going to be that observer. Perhaps we can make a little bit of a play happen. I can periodically check for the observer. I assume it hasn't passed yet because he was probably focused on making probes. So we can periodically check for that observer. And then... Oh, so he did go for the sentry after all. Okay, so he sees that I have 2 Reapers. Yeah, let's just try to make something happen over here. I think it's the best thing we can do. Economically, we still have a lead, so that is nice. Oh, maybe... Just gonna... yeah, let me try to kill that sentry first, and then we're gonna go across. He's clearly trying to do some kind of all-in here, which is pretty surprising, I have to say. There's an observer over there. Let's make a couple bunkers. That's a good idea, in case he's still gonna try to go for the attack. He actually pulled his entire army back, which is pretty sick. Might be able to save one of these, I think. Yeah, we are gonna save one of these, and we're gonna kill a couple more probes. I mean, his probe count is going to be very small, and his follow-up is also going to be pretty trash. Yeah, he was already... for a second, it looked like he was going to mess it up and go with all of his units to the low ground, but then he realized. Okay, so now I have 6 Reapers on the right side. I'm going to have to make a bunker here as well, in case he... what do you call it? Elevators up to the main base instead. Okay, I'm going to send 1 worker out so I can see when he is going to arrive. Yeah, I think if we just micro our SCVs correctly, we should be able to defend his incoming attack. Oh, maybe he's giving... Okay, I think what he's going to do is probably just try to drop... Yeah, exactly. Drop me with something. I don't know what it is. Might just be that... Oh, it's too adept. Yeah, okay, I mean... They're going to kill some stuff. It's really not going to be world-breaking, really. Adepts need 3 shots to kill a worker, so it's not that easy to kill a lot of workers if you only have 2 of them. Pretty good micro here, actually. Oh my goodness, not bad at all. Look at that, okay. I'm just gonna follow this prism around. And now, the hard part for me is gonna be that... Oh, he's gonna fly over that turret. I don't know if he... Guy? Are you... That is... I can't explain that. I mean... The explanation is that he flicked his prism the wrong way, but I have no idea why he even went back in and then... Like, this guy just looks like a paid actor right now. I can't put it any other way. Like, that was pretty bad. Huh. Like, he didn't even, like, try to escape here. Like, he actually went over this path, and it seemed like he was like, oh yeah, crap, this guy has a freaking turret over there, and then he lost his prism. That's so much easier for me, because now the pressure is off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get in via this angle, because I have grenades, and that's not gonna be that easy to overcome. Here we go. He's gonna lose a lot of pros here, guys. A lot of pros, because I have the grenades. Okay, I'm just gonna rally these next over here. He could even recall. No, he's gonna recall. Yeah, for a second I thought he didn't have energy. Okay, just gonna recall pretty much all of the stalkers back there. And now we're gonna attack here again. And I can throw down grenades on the ram, so I should be able to target down most of these probes. How many Reapers do I have? I have 15. Yeah, 14 Reapers. And I think that he's gonna have a Colossus very shortly. At least that would be the most sensible thing for him. He's still not moving across the map. I mean, a Colossus would be, yeah, exactly, super good against Reaper. So I'm going to do something a little sneaky. And I'm going to start making turrets here. And you might be wondering, why on earth are you making turrets? Turrets can shoot Colossus because they are so freaking tall. So if he tries to attack me, those turrets can actually make it a little more awkward for him. So I'm just going to spread a bunch of turrets out here. The reason why I can afford this is just because I am pretty far ahead. He's still chilling at home, interestingly enough. I think, judging by how hard he's chilling, I would say he's definitely caught on to the fact that he is playing against a challenge right now. Like, if you lose that many probes, I don't think there's any real reason to sit back. Because what I could do right now, if you guys want to play this opening, but actually win the game afterwards instead of making more Reapers, you just add tech labs on every single barracks, and you make stim and concussive shells, you make marauders, and the game is over. But I guess he realizes that he's part of some kind of challenge. Or he's just a silly goose, also possible. And that's why he's still at home. Let's see. Okay, so he might... He found this Reaper. Ooh, that is a crazy move out now, though. I don't know why he's moving that way. He's gonna lose every single worker again. Yeah, well, I was gonna say GG is called. No GG is called. And we have just annihilated a 6k Protoss with mass Reapers. And I can tell you guys something about TVP. TVP right now is considered so difficult that you can often see the best Terran players in Europe, like Hero Marine Spirit, for example, lose to Protoss players of this MMR and even lower. So the fact I got it with Mass Reapers is pretty freaking crazy. And that does suit my idea, because I always think if you play against Protoss, since it's hard right now, you just play like a baboon and throw them off. You don't want them to be able to do what they're good at. And here you go, guys. Absolutely worked like a charm. I think I fried his brain. He might not play again today, but that's all right, because then we'll not have to play against Protoss again. Let's go to game number 3. All right, game 3 is against Wannabe Zaun, a 5.5k Protoss player. This is the Protoss player that we got with the Proxy 2-Racks into 2-Factory Cyclone build. Now, I would think that that build is definitely stronger than playing Mass Reapers against Protoss, but I guess we'll see. I don't remember what he played that game, but honestly, if you get Proxy 2-Racks, at that point, builds are pretty much out of the window, right? So it's not really going to say anything about what he's going to do now. I do remember that he was slightly upset at me using Cyclones, so maybe now he's going to be less upset at me because I'm only going to use Reapers, which are not bugged. Now let's see, we're playing on the same map here. I did really like that 2-Racks opening. Like, I don't know about the follow-up, to be honest. Like, maybe I should have gone even harder, like no 3rd-CC, just like 8 barracks straight away. Or maybe I should have gone for the 3rd-CC right away. Maybe I should have gone on planetaries, I don't know. But I feel like the Proxy 2-Racks is a pretty good start. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and proxy the 2nd barracks a little closer. In particular because this map doesn't have a Reaper cliff. So if I have to hide the barracks in my main, I have to build it all the way here. And then since it can't jump down, it has to go all the way, which is it's just a little bit too long. I'm gonna build the 2nd barracks over here. And then I should have 2 Reapers at a very comfortable time. Now this would be the best possible build, I think, against someone that opens Sentry. Sadly for me, most players play Stalker and then Sentry, so that is probably not going to happen. But, I mean, if we do run into it, then that is going to be legendary. I think I can't really play 3-Ranks Reaper against Protoss, because then there's a little bit too much pressure to do damage right away, and you can't really lose your units. Does that make sense? Like, it's going to be a little more snowbally. So then the moves that I did last game, like, for example, right-clicking my units past and targeting probes, that's going to be a pretty bad idea. And I don't know. I think that is going to be the best way to win against Protoss here. If we play against Zerg or Terran, we have, you know, we can do a lot more with that. But I think against Protoss, we're going to have to follow that rhythm that we have. I was thinking about sending this SCV back, but I'm actually going to send it to his base. Maybe that can help me with determining whether I should go in right away or stuff like that, right? Now, let's see. It would be funny if he hides the probe in the exact same spot as the last guy did. Let's see. Then we collectively... No, it was right here, I think, right? Yeah, it's not going to be there this time. Okay. Sadly for me, I'm not going to find that probe right away. Going to make this a little more difficult. Let's get this gas. Another thing I could do is get the faster eBay for the faster +1, because it doesn't matter a decent amount. Okay, so he went for a Stalker. Yeah, okay, he realized that I was trying to bait him. Well done by him. You could tell he realized instantly. He was like, this is... you know what I think? I think he's probably expecting me to do like a Proxy Marauder or something. Yeah, exactly. I was expecting the batteries coming down. I can damage that Stalker, but I'm definitely not going to be able to get a kill on those, I think. But maybe killing those workers would be nice. Here we go, get a little bit of damage on the Stalker. Then we back off. 2 batteries. Like, once again, if this is not Oracle, we are okay to... Ah, here it is. It was just chilling at the watchtower. My bad. that actually makes so much sense. I don't even know why I didn't even think of that. I was like, those batteries were very well timed, but he was just chilling at the watchtower. Yeah, fair enough. I do think his reaction is a little bit too much. Like, 2 batteries against just a bunch of Reapers. Not necessarily the right answer. Like, you can probably get away with just 1 battery. At least on this map. Maybe if there was a Reaper jump-off spot, 1 battery in the main would make sense. But, I mean, his defense is what it is. And now we're going to have to find a smart way to go about this. So I have 6 Reapers now. 5 Reapers, 1-shot a worker. So I could right-click past his Stalkers, imagining I'm gonna lose 1 of them, and then I'll still be able to one-shot the workers in the main base. That's the idea. He doesn't want to get... Why did he see that? Or was it just a coincidence? Maybe it was. Okay, here we go. We're gonna run straight past this. At least we hope so. He might try to drop a force field. Let's see. He's not gonna drop the... Oh my goodness, that actually blocks! Or does it? Get forked. It would be really funny if he force fields there and he would have missed it. Okay, let me try to get that one. Grenade over there should be pretty good. Yeah, not that much damage being done here, sadly. I think I can escape with 1, maybe. That's going to be about it. Oh, we can actually escape with 2. If he pulls the workers, we're going to be able to kill them. Otherwise, we wouldn't. Let's see. Yeah, he's waiting up there. Good move by him. Definitely killed that probe. I didn't see if he was playing Blink or whatever he was playing, but I just have to imagine that it's going to... Yeah, it is indeed going to be Blink. Dude, this effect somehow looks like an observer if you look fast. Okay, so now he knows I'm playing 5 Rags Reaper. That is not going to make this any easier, sadly. Has a lot of units already. What is the play here, guys? I think we're going to have to go for 8 Rags Reaper. And I might even have to pull the SUVs at some point, because otherwise I don't think we're quite going to get through here. Okay, I'm just going to chill the Watchtower for now. We know everything that's important, right? He knows everything that's important. We're playing against, I would guess, 3-gate Blink. I mean, it really doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4. Actually, if it's 2, I would like to know. But it doesn't matter, because he's going to stay defensive anyway, most likely. So it doesn't actually matter. I just know he's playing Blink, and that is everything I need to know. And he knows I'm playing 5 million Reapers. He did not take a 3rd base yet. That is the right thing to do. I think, honestly, he could take a 3rd base, but it would just put him at unnecessary danger, because from this point on, he should be able to close this game out, knowing I'm playing Mass Reaper. But then again, you know, the last 2 guys also probably should have been able to close the game out against Mass Reaper, so I guess it's not always that easy. Maybe I can bait like a Blink or something. Let's see, so he has Blink, so I probably am not going to be able to kill one of these. I can do the grenade thing. I just keep dropping 1 grenade. If he gets too close, he might get bopped over, and then I can actually get a kill. Yeah, I'm just going to be careful here. I would expect him to go for Colossus as well. Charge would not make any sense here, I think. I mean, Charge is not going to be... Oh, he is trying to take this base. Let me see if I can deny him. Oh, that is a Blink forward. Sadly, not going to be able to capitalize. Yeah, it's a lot of Stalkers that he's built. If he has Colossus behind this too, we are definitely going to be in trouble. Let's see, I'll go for a scan. It is 4 gases. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to... Like, I'm not even gonna say I'm all-inning, because in some way I'm not really. I know this sounds dumb, because I just pulled, what is this, 16 workers? 18 workers to the front. So, why this is not necessarily an all-in with my strategy is because my strategy, as you can see, is way harder on the gas than not. So since I'm only gonna make Reapers, this is actually just part of the build somehow. Now, I don't know if he had an observer here. Let's see. He did not have an observer ready. Okay, that is nice to see. So we're going to be able to get in here. I don't think he has a Stalker spread. I have to imagine there's a couple Stalkers on the other side. Yeah, exactly. That's where they are. And that's where I'm going to jump on. I think that's a way smarter way to go about it. Did he blink? He did blink. Let's see. I'm going to be able to kill a lot of these. At least 2 more. And then I'm going to back off, I think, and start fighting this area again. See if I can deny this base. That'd be nice. Okay, he's not close enough with his Stalkers to save this. Let's see. I'm just gonna Blink forward. Maybe I can drop a couple of preemptive grenades. Did he? No, he didn't use Blink. Let's see. Not moving forward. That is another couple Stalkers going down. I mean, my army looks kind of massive. He's using... Okay, there's the Colossus. I was gonna say. He's being very surprising to me that he actually used that Phoenix, but I guess it is what it is. I can honestly go for this, I think. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna target the Colossus. Oh my god, it's actually freaking close. We're gonna throw down a bunch of grenades. These units all get bopped up into the air, and now I can get on top. Wait, there's no way, right? Oh, that Blink was so good by him, I can't lie. That was a fantastic Blink. Let's see. I'm gonna... Really? How freaking good is this? What? That is impossible. Did we just... Guys. He had a freaking Colossus, and force fields, and sentries. I had, well, more income right now, I wouldn't say, but we were going to have more income because I killed his 3rd base and I was going to... This should have been an orbital already. That's my mistake. I should have had 3 orbitals already. Even at this point, I have 10 more SCVs, 31 Reapers against 2 Sentries, 1 Colossus, and 2 Stalkers. And this is actually why I was surprised about the Phoenix. I know he wanted vision, but those 2 extra force fields really could have helped him. To be honest, I'm really not sure if he would have been able to win this one, because this looks so good. I would have been able to add even like 4 more barracks. And oh my goodness, I can't believe I just won against... Did he have 2 Colossus, or was it the first one? I think it was only 1, right? But still, that is so crazy. I mean, I know I'm good with Reapers, but come on, you know? Like, that is actually insane. What a freaking dub. I think we have time for 1 more, so let's do it. Alright, the final game is against another Grandmaster Terran, and we are playing on the biggest map in the map pool. At least I think it's the biggest, because it's freaking massive. So here, we are probably not going to get as much damage as we did against the Terran in game number 1. Which is also going to be fun in its own way, because then I get to make Reapers for an extended period of time, which... you guys didn't know by now, I obviously do enjoy. Now, I do think I'm gonna go for the 2 Rags Reaper idea again. I mean, so far, I think we did it every single game throughout this episode, and it's actually been working fantastically, so I don't know why I would change at this point. I mean, in the end, Reapers are Reapers, and I'm gonna have to micro them all game long to get value out of them. Doesn't necessarily matter how good the build is. Obviously, there are some things you can do better here and there, but in the end, with Reapers, you just want to be vicious, out-micro the opponents, and keep the pressure on non-stop. And then apparently you can kill them when they have Colossus too. I mean, that is a new one for me. I mean, it's probably happened before, but that was just crazy convincing. Like, I'm actually extremely excited about that because I feel like Mass Reapers makes my TVP better than it normally is. So I'm going to keep that one in mind for the next time I play a tournament. But okay, I think I'm just going to do something a little crazy and just build 2 barracks out here. I don't know if you have to hide them. I feel like a lot of Terran players don't even scout, and if they do, it should be obvious enough. Like, what you can do is you can just wall off the base, put a fast second depot there. But I don't know, especially if you do something like this, if you ever get like pushed by tanks or, yeah, in particular tanks, right? And they siege the ramp and you have the wall here, or maybe let's say they do an early cheese, like Marauders. Just, I feel like there's a lot of things that can go wrong if you have a fully blocked ramp. So maybe it's a little bit of a gamble by me to not wall it off with this strategy in particular, but I think that's okay. I do think this build would work against, I don't want to say every cheese, or maybe it does work against every cheese. It does. Obviously, it's going to depend on micro if you fight against someone doing proxy Reapers. But Proxy Marauder, Proxy Marine, Proxy Reaper, in theory, should all lose to this. So that's another good thing about Reapers. I always like doing that against Zerg too. Like, I would open 3-Rex Reaper, and then when I realized they were cheesing me, I would upgrade it to 5-Rex Reaper, because it's like the most comfortable scenario for me against Zerg cheeses. I would just make even more Reapers, right? Like a ridiculous amount. And a lot of times it works, so I remember my 5-Rex Reaper +1 kind of came from that. Oh, that is an early Reaper here. This guy is... oh no, what is that pathing? That was I was 100% sure that was gonna split and go around, but I guess not. Okay. To be honest, I'm quite bad at that pathing in new maps in particular that I haven't played that much, so that's my weakness coming to haunt me. It is what it is. Let's see if I can find something over here. This map does have to seem slightly weird pathing to me. Like, maybe the curves and stuff are bigger than I expected. There is no base there. That's kind of weird, because if he was playing double gas... Huh. Wait, that is actually very suspicious. If he was playing double gas, he can just take the base on the low ground. If he was Reaper expanded, he would have built that base on the low ground already before his Reaper arriving at my base. So he might be doing something sus, or he cancelled the base to put it on the high ground because he was scared. I guess that is technically also possible. I'm going to make 1 turret already just because I don't entirely trust this guy. And then we're going to go across with 5 Reapers. Yeah, since I'm not 100% convinced what he's doing, I need to be a little careful. Like, if I get hit by a Hellion shot, that's just a little bit too efficient. We could be in trouble right away, and we don't want that, of course. I imagine he went for the Reaper expand and just cancelled it. That's my guess. Could be wrong. I think that's what he's doing. So I definitely don't want to jump up in these places. Like, they're very narrow and they would clump up my Reapers. And if he's waiting there, which he really should be, by the way, then that is not going to be pleasant for me. Okay, so I got my +1 on the way. I guess it's a good time to get my extra barracks already. Go up to 5 racks here. And then we have... I guess we just wait to see something. We still haven't seen anything. Okay, there's an SCV here. Okay. I'll really kill a couple of those. Was that a... Oh, it's a 2-for-1 trade. Look at that. That's massive. Okay, beautiful. You see, even against Cyclones, you can sometimes make things happen. Let's see if I can kill that Hellion. That would be great. Definitely going to kill that Reaper at some point. Wait, actually, that was a surprising cancel on that lock-on. It didn't look like it was going to cancel. Okay. Next step, just like in the first TVT, we're going to be scared of this being Banshee. So what we're going to have to do, actually I'm going to make another turret over here, is we're going to have to play slightly more economic than that last game. Like the last game, I think we went 8 racks Reaper before the 3rd base. That sounds correct to me. This game, we're going to have to make the 3rd a little faster. Let's see, +1 is going to finish in 35 seconds at about 4:30. I don't think we have a timing, because the tank should be out already. No, I think he only had 1 Cyclone, right? So, exactly. There's the tank. I could jump up here He doesn't seem to have a lot here. Oh, wait, this, I think we have it. I think we have a good moment here, guys. Look at this. He's probably going to drop an auto turret, too. Not really going to do that much. Like, we can just one-tap it. Those are really not that strong. And here you see the Reapers are so freaking strong. If the Cyclone gets too close, it's going to get popped like a balloon instantly. That's why he's so freaking scared. Okay, there we go. Every time he locks on, he's going for Ghost. Ah, he was doing something sneaky against me back. I see you. I mean, I respect it. Oh, that Cyclone's close. Not close enough, sadly. Okay, so we're gonna have to be careful here. Ghosts are actually surprisingly good against Reapers, by the way, which is funny. Like, they do bonus damage against light. Oh, that Cyclone, can we kill it now? It's a bit risky. I think we're gonna go for it. Oh, barely not. Yeah, okay. That's okay, though. I didn't think we were gonna have much more damage to be done there. Obviously, having more Reapers than not is better. But, yeah, I don't think it's the biggest deal. Like, I need to play the economic game now. I know that he's going for... Well, I'm actually very curious about this build. It seems like it's tank Viking with... So, normally what you would expect from that Ghost here is that he has it to EMP Ravens, which would be incredibly smart. But he doesn't even have that many Ravens himself. So he still would have a hard time breaking through tank lines, right? Like, he has one Raven, he used the auto turret. If he made 3 Ravens, I would understand it more. I mean, it's also possible that he wanted to go for a nuke, of course. I know from past couple times playing against nukes that I don't know what it is about my sound settings, but I can barely hear the alert. So, I mean, that could be a funny little game, losing half my eco to nukes. Finally, I'll know what it's like myself. Let's see. I guess we're just going to go for another base here. Maybe I could even hide it. I think it's better to just be chilling in front of his base and build my bases in the logical locations, though. I'm going to go for a scan again. Yeah, he's actually going for a lot of ghosts. He has a tank there. I mean, that tank, I can dive on it. It's one tank. I'm so tempted. You guys know me. Who am I fooling here, guys? Come on. Like, literally, who am I trying to fool? Just... Why would I pretend that I'm not going to jump on that tank? Yo, I have scans. Ooh, dude, that tank on the bottom is gonna crush me if I'm not careful. Wait, that scan is still on, by the way, my friend. Whew. He has to be careful. Oh, he's gonna lose that medevac. I think he wanted to go for probably a double nuke. Yeah, he went for the EMP. I do have more command centers, though. I'm just gonna build a couple turrets over. Dude, I'm literally playing against myself right now. Like, what is this? Oh, can I catch them in range of the turret? Barely not, I think. No, indeed. Okay, but now I have a scan, though, so that's gonna take a lot of damage. He brought his tank up. He's focused on the ghost, so he's gonna lose the tank and the cyclones. Those other turrets get one-tapped as well. These ghosts are still alive. I told you guys they are good against Reapers. It sounds dumb, but they actually are. They also do bonus damage against light, of course. Let's see, does he even have something down here? He does. That ghost is gonna die immediately. I can jump on the tank. Yeah, I don't think he realized that I could have jumped this tank. Exactly. So the tank is going to die. That's gonna give me full access to his entire base. He's gonna try to surround me. And he does manage, but he manages it in a way where he's gonna lose pretty much all of his SCVs because my Reapers have 1-1. So I'm not sure if I would call that he managed, but hey, there we go. I swear I heard no alert. I don't know about you guys. I did not hear anything. That's exactly what I was talking about. I don't have workers in my main. I don't even remember if they were nuked or if I pulled them away at some point. So that Reaper's gonna die. I don't see a ghost here anywhere. Like, it's legit possible that he nuked it. I never heard anything. I don't know if it's just because I'm yapping too much or if the alert doesn't actually pop off. I mean, you guys might have heard it all this time and you were like, bro, it was so freaking obvious, but... I'm just yapping too much and I can't hear it over my own voice. Now, I killed... Oh, wait, guys, I killed his factory, by the way. I'm not quite sure if you remember that, but I literally killed his factory, which is insane. I have a scan, so I can just go in here. I have another scan, too. He could do that, but I'm just going to follow his ghost to the end. Let's see. He's going to try to kite me. He's going to lose ghost number 1, ghost number 2, ghost number 3. And this is going to be the end for Mr. Barcode. It was fun to play against myself for once, but sadly, I am going to beat myself, or I'm going to lose to myself. I'm not quite sure how to put it. But there you go, guys. 30 minutes of me playing against Grandmasters. 4-0 with Reapers only, including a 6k Protoss, another 5.5k Protoss, 5.9k Terran, or 5.8, not sure the first game, and then this Terran as well. Absolutely brutal episode. Reapers really... still just my best unit. Like, there's no way around it. I already knew it when I was a pro. It's still the case now. Whenever I play Reapers, it just tends to go so well for me. And this was a very fun episode. Cool ending as well, but this guy actually playing a little bit like me with the mass goes, going for the nukes. I think he probably did nuke this, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I just pulled the workers away. No, it kind of seems like I just pulled the workers away, right? Yeah, I did, to follow the ghost or whatever. But all right, that's it for today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time, just like I did. If you did, give a video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.